July 1st, 2012, Seth Rollins became the inaugural NXT champion by defeating Jinder Mahal. And in this video, we're going to send him back to NXT for 1 year to see if he can win the NXT championship. Yes, we're sending Seth freaking Rollins back to where it all started. And also, before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to, first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Mikey Stacks 20. I love his content. Go subscribe to his channel. Get him to 2,000 subscribers. You will not be disappointed when you see his videos. He's putting out banger after banger after banger, week in and week out, being very consistent. And just help him out, man. Go help out the homie. And also, I want to give you another shout out to this person, and that's Juggernaut097. On the road to 500 subscribers. Help him get to 1K by the end of the year. Go check out his content. He's putting out dope content, from Impact reactions and reviews to his recent vlog that he did for Wrestling Revolver. So go check that out if you haven't. Just, we're all one big family, guys. We're all helping each other out, helping each other succeed. It's all, at the end of the day, it's all love in the wrestling community, guys. And I just want you guys to notice that from my heart, to from me to every wrestling YouTuber or anybody. I support you guys. So, let's get into it with the first episode of NXT here of April. We're on the road to NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. And Seth Rollins was not booked here. You hate to see that. But, I mean, it's not a huge disappointment. We still have 1 year to go. But let's see if Seth Rollins can get something going. And he's facing Samoa Joe in his first match. And Samoa Joe beat Seth Rollins. That's 0-1. That's not a good start, Seth. But, I mean, you can bounce back. You can bounce back, Seth. If anybody can bounce back, it's Seth Rollins. If anybody can bounce back from a loss like that, it's Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins was not booked. On to week 3. Let's see if Seth can bounce back after that loss. And I also added a few extra pay-per-views in this universe mode. So, just to let you guys know. But Seth Rollins is facing Samoa Joe once again. And Samoa Joe gets another win. That is 0-2. Not a good start for Seth Rollins, I'm afraid. But, I mean, we still have a lot of time left in this sim, so maybe he could turn it all around. And Seth wasn't even booked on this week's episode of NXT. I can't go to the next because I have to basically... So we're in the month of May. This is the month of our first, or our second pay-per-view rather, and that's NXT TakeOver Arrival. Can Seth Rollins get booked? Yes, he is. He's facing Kushida, and that's 1 win. He gets his first win over Kushida. Can he build momentum off of that win? Hopefully he can. And then we in a fatal 4-way. Jordan Devlin, Pete Dunne, and Isaiah Scott, and Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins picks up the win. That is 2 wins right there. So he is 2-2. On to week 3. He's starting to build some momentum, I guess. I guess you could say he's building a momentum because he's gotten back-to-back wins. And he's facing Alexander Wolf. And Alexander Wolf beat Seth Rollins. That's 2-3. I'm pretty sure somebody got involved in that match. 9 times out of 10, somebody got involved in that match to help him win. But this is the go home to NXT TakeOver Arrival. Seth Rollins facing Kushida once again. And it went to a no contest. You truly hate to see that. On to NXT TakeOver Arrival. Can Seth Rollins get booked here? And he's facing Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe is his kryptonite so far because he's not beating Samoa Joe. So that's 2-4. And Kyle O'Reilly retained the NXT Championship. We're in the month of June. The next pay-per-view is upon us, almost upon us. NXT Takeover in your house. So let's see if Seth Rollins can build some more momentum. He's facing Dexter Lumis, and Dexter Lumis beat Seth Rollins. That's 2-5. He is 2-5 right now. Seth Rollins is having it rough in this sim. And he's facing Pete Dunne, and that's 3-5. On to June, week 2. So let's see, after picking up a win there, can Seth Rollins get some momentum? He's 3-5 right now. He's facing Alexander Wolf in a rivalry match. Oh, it's Walter. So it really wasn't what I thought. But he's still 3-5 right now. I'm not counting that because it was an involvement, so it was a draw, so I'm not gonna count that. On to the next episode of NXT. Can Seth Rollins get booked? No, he cannot. On to June, week 4. Seth Rollins facing Alexander Wolf, and Seth Rollins picked up one that is 4-5. He's starting to slowly make a comeback. Our next pay-per-view is almost upon us. NXT Takeover Great American Bash. And Seth Rollins facing Cameron Grimes. Straight to the moon. And Cameron Grimes picks up the win. That is 4-6. On to NXT Takeover Great American Bash. Let's see if Seth Rollins can get booked on this pay-per-view. And Seth Rollins facing Kushida. And Seth Rollins picks up another win. That is 5-6. On to July week 2. I believe the next pay-per-view that we will have is NXT TakeOver 30. Can Seth Rollins get booked here? And he could not. On to July week 3 here. Hopefully Seth Rollins can get something going. Hopefully Seth Rollins, he's in the main event. And he's facing Samoa Joe. And Seth Rollins finally gets a win over Samoa Joe. That is 6-6, I believe. That's 6-6 for Seth Rollins. So he has the same number of wins and losses. On to July week 4. With that win, you have to wonder, can Seth Rollins get something going? And he's in the main event. He's in a rivalry match with Dexter Lumis. And Seth Rollins picks up a win. That is 7-6. We're in the month of August, and we are approaching NXT TakeOver 30. Seth Rollins is in the main event once again, facing Dexter Lumis. And Dexter Lumis gets a win here. That's 7-7. On to week 2. Can Seth Rollins get something going? And he's facing Dexter Lumis once again. And it wasn't a rivalry. That was very weird. See, it says he's in a rivalry, but somebody got involved. Okay. I'm not gonna say too much about that. The less you know, the better. Okay, Seth Rollins get booked here, and we have the NXT champion versus the North American champion. A no contest. Did Seth Rollins get involved? Yes, Seth Rollins came down to ringside while brooding as he watched his rivals match. On to NXT TakeOver 30. Can Seth Rollins get something going here? And he's in the main event against Dexter Lumis. That's 8 wins. But what happened with the NXT Championship? I don't know what's going on, you guys. That like I've been noticing that like sometimes when I do these sims, they don't even put the champion on the shows or pay per view half the time. But we're on to week 4 of August. This is the post edition of WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania, but NXT Takeover 30. Get Seth Rollins to be booked here, and he was not. We're in the month of September. So let's see if Seth Rollins can build more momentum going forward. He's in the main event. He's facing Dexter Lumis. And he gets yet another one. That's 9 wins. On to week 2 here. Seth Rollins is going to have to do a lot of damage going forward if he wants to get in this NXT title match. He's facing Dexter Lumis. That's 10 wins. And before I go any further, I want to check the divisions to see where he is placed. He's ranked number 3. He's ranked 3. And Dexter Lumis is in the NXT North American Championship division. Okay. I don't know why this rivalry is taking place. But I'm not going to say, I'm not. I mean, if I'm getting more wins and getting on TV, I shouldn't complain too much. And we have a tag team match between Seth Rollins and Dexter Lumis versus Walter and Marcel Barthel of Imperium. And the team of Dexter and Seth wins, but Seth walked out. On to week 4. Let's see. Let's see. If Seth Rollins can get booked. And he does. He's facing Jordan Devlin. And Jordan Devlin wins. That's, I want to say 7 losses. That's 7 losses. Wait. Then we had one more episode. No, we didn't. So we're in the month of October now. The next pay-per-view is NXT TakeOver 31. Where this is the go-home show. So let's see if Seth Rollins can build any momentum. He's facing Dexter Lumis in the main event. That's 11 wins for Seth Rollins. On to NXT TakeOver 31. Let's see if Seth Rollins can get booked here. I'm pretty sure he is, and he's in the main event. And he's facing Dexter Lumis, and that's 12 wins. On to week 2 of October. And he's facing Kushida. Make that 13 wins. On to week 3. Let's see if Seth Rollins can keep the momentum going. And he's facing Brian Kendrick. That's 15 wins, I believe now. 15. No, it's 14 wins. 14 wins. On to week 4. Let's see if Seth Rollins can keep the momentum going. And he's facing Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe picks up the win. That is 8 wins. 8 losses for Seth Rollins. Excuse me. Okay, now we're on November. Week 1. Let's see if Seth Rollins can get booked after that devastating loss against Samoa Joe. He's facing Kushida. He bounces right back with 15 wins. On to week 2. And he's facing Samoa Joe yet again, and Seth Rollins picks up the win. That is 16 wins. With that win, he should be ranked number 1, right? He's ranked number 2. He's ranked number 2, so that is a good sign, because he was going down, but he's going back up, which is a good sign. On to week 3. So let's see if Seth Rollins can keep the momentum going. And Seth Rollins was not booked on this week's episode of NXT. is he booked here? We have a triple threat: Seth Rollins, Brian Kendrick, and Pete Dunne. And Pete Dunne picks up the win. I'm not going to count it as a loss because it doesn't clearly say who took the loss in the match, so I'm not going to count it. Is Seth Rollins booked? Hopefully he is, and he's facing Alexander Wolf of Imperium. Alexander Wolf won with the help of Imperium. That's 9 losses. On to week 2 of December. Can Seth Rollins get booked? No, he cannot. On to week 3 of December. Hopefully he can get booked. Hopefully he can. And he is. He's facing Roderick Strong. Seth Rollins picks up yet another win. That is, I believe, 17 wins. On to week 4. And he gets the win. Brian Kendrick wins. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, let me go back. And that's 18 wins for Seth. And Seth Rollins cannot get booked yet again. On to week 2. A new year, new opportunities. Let's see if Seth Rollins can secure the biggest opportunity of his career by winning the NXT Championship. He's facing Alexander Wolf yet again. And Alexander Wolf helps with the help of Imperium. He gets the win over Seth. Let me check the rankings. So he went down to number 4. You hate to see that. On to week 3. If you guys you know what, that's my annoying little sister. But on to week 3. Can Seth get booked? No, he cannot. And he could not get booked here. That's tragic. But we're approaching the next pay-per-view, NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. So hopefully Seth Rollins can get some vengeance and win that NXT Championship. And he's in a fatal 4-way with Kushida, Brian Kendrick, and Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe picked up the win. Week 2 here. Can Samoa Joe or not Samoa Joe, but Seth Rollins pick up some momentum heading into that pay-per-view? He's facing Cameron Grimes. And that's 19 wins. Okay, I'm going to have to edit this because I don't think this should be fair. The NXT Championship should be booked. Right? I feel you guys might feel like I'm doing a little bit too much here. But here's what I'm going to do. Let me check the divisions real quick. Seth Rollins went all the way down to number 7. That is truly tragic. So what I'll do here, I'll do something different. People don't really do this in their videos or whatever, but here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put the top. So to put Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Walter, Austin Theory, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny, Pete Dunne, and the champion in an 8-man battle royal for NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. Well, after Vengeance Day, rather. So we'll have a great addition to kick off this new era of NXT. So let's see if we can do this. So we're gonna edit this, customize match. We're gonna make this a 8-man. We're gonna do normal. This will be for the title. So Pete Dunne, I don't think Kushida's in this at all. We're gonna put the top 8 people that are in here. We have Tommaso. Wait. Okay, Seth Rollins is in here. And we'll be putting the top 8 like I said. So we'll be putting, I gotta make sure I can remember all the people. Johnny, Austin Theory, the champion, of course. We're gonna put Tommaso in here because he is part of it. We'll put Timothy Thatcher. I can't think of the other 2 people that are in there. So I'm pretty much spitballing if I am. I think Trent Seven is part of it, and I'll put Tyler Bate as well. I got the wrong Tyler. And we're gonna make this for the NXT Championship. Wait, customize match. Why is it when I did that, I couldn't even pick a championship? Okay. Okay, now we got it. So we're gonna have an 8-man battle royal for that NXT Championship. And we're gonna send this. And Austin Theory is the new NXT champion. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a rivalry with the champion. I think if I'm not in a rivalry right now, which I am not, so I can start a rivalry with the champ if I want to, which I'm gonna take advantage of. Because I think we need the title being defended. And most of these rivalries, I don't think people are actually care about. Like, Timothy Thatcher's in the tag match or whatever. And I don't think people really care about this match. They have this on standby. We're going to delete that. I like you. I like him as a competitor. But I think we need a better rivalry. If you understand where I'm coming from. So we're going to do Austin Theory with Seth freaking Rollins. And boom. I know I kind of cheated it a little bit, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And I feel like they're trying to play with our emotions at this point. On to March week 1. Can Seth Rollins get booked? Hopefully he can. And Austin Theory was in the main event, but Seth Rollins was not booked. On to week 2. Can Seth get booked here? And he is. He's facing Samoa Joe. Rollins picks up the win. I believe that's 20 wins, I believe, for Seth. So yeah, is Seth on this card? No, he's not. But the champ is facing Kyle On to week 4. And it's a tag match with Seth Rollins and Austin Theory versus Legado del Fantasma. Theory picks the win for the team, but Seth is making it very clear he does not interested in facing him. So this is the go home to NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, and Rollins was not booked in the go home to NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, but will he be booked at the pay-per-view itself? And he is in a no holds barred match, so we're gonna watch this to see how this does in universe. So we're gonna just sim these matches like we normally do. And here is the moment we've been waiting for. Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory for the NXT Championship. Can Seth Rollins pick up the win and become new NXT Champion? Hopefully he can. Hopefully he can. And we're not going to play. We're simply going to watch and spectate. So let's see if Seth can get the job done.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match. And is
Seth Rollins making his return to NXT.
Oh, no. Oh, yes.
Yep.
The visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins has...
The Monday Night Messiah, the Friday Night Messiah, whatever you know him as, he is back in NXT.
Introducing...
Let's get this match underway.
And there's no denying it. There is something special in the air during an NXT Championship match.
Clearly, this title's reputation precedes it as a signifier of the next big star. Everyone's watching to see who could be the future face of sports entertainment.
He's getting the upper hand in the early going.
Rollins in full control here.
Ripcord.
Oh, there it is. Ripcord knee.
If this lands, it's over. German suplex. Striking with a knee. Instead of a knee to the ears. That's going to hurt. Shoulders down. Championship on the line.
1, 2.
Kick out at 2. That may have been a slow count. He actually got pretty far there for such an early pin.
What a beautiful moonsault.
No, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Elbow smash.
Seth Rollins reverses it.
Rollins with a reversal. For the title.
1, 2.
Gets the shoulder up.
At this point in the match, that could have gone either way.
He's going for something.
Getting tossed.
The Irish to the outside. But this is a no-holds-barred match, so they can use whatever they want at their disposal.
And up the turnbuckles we go.
Yet again. What is Rollins going for?
Incoming!
Good Lord! Taking flight.
You want to talk about putting it all on the line.
Always an extra risk when you dive ringside. No disqualifications has to benefit a certain type of superstar more than others, doesn't it, Corey?
Get off your high horse, Cole. A no disqualifications match benefits the superstar who's smarter, faster, and better. Using the rules to your advantage doesn't make you the villain here.
Getting back in the ring.
wasting absolutely no respect on his opponent. You gotta love it.
This could be the beginning of the end for Austin Theory.
Gets inside the ring.
Rollins. He tried to
Nice takedown.
He got caught.
Look at him totally vibing with the WWE.
Yes, he didn't come here to watch him boast and talk.
Rollins, he could have it in his reach right here. What is he going for?
What is this superstar waiting for here? Their opponent can't even stand.
I've never seen him use that move in quite some time.
Oh, new champ.
United the champion. 1, 2.
Defiant kick out from the champion.
You have to think this
Rollins,
battle is starting to
he
weigh
could
down
have it
on
right
him.
Here. That might be it.
Stomp connects. We can have a new champion.
Makes the cover.
1, 2.
We have a winner and even more.
A new champion, Seth Rollins.
Champion.
Here is your winner and the new NXT champion, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
A brutal loss for our now former champion.
Seth Rollins came back and reclaimed what was once his and what's now his once again, the NXT championship. But the question is, how long can he keep the title? That is the question. So we're not going to be doing just your regular NXTs anymore. So we're only going to go up until the next pay-per-view, and we'll see if he retains it after, up until that point. But let's see what happens now. Let's see how this plays out. We're going to go all the way to NXT TakeOver Arrival, which is the last pay-per-view of this sim. And with his 21st when he became NXT champion, I forgot to mention. And an NXT championship match, rematch in a steel cage, Seth Rollins retains with 22 wins. You love to see that. But that is the end of this video, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the post notification bell so every time I post a new video. We're on the road to 400 subscribers. 2 likes on this video. I'll do more videos just like this one. Also, go subscribe to the people, to Juggernaut097. And also go subscribe to Mikey Stacks. Go to show them love. Tell them I sent you. And I will see you guys in the next video.